Welcome to Living in Grace, and now you're going to get the picture of what it means that we're living in grace. Now you see, though, we saw yesterday that we're under the law, and as we read this law in the Old Covenant, it magnifies my sin. It declares and shows me. One way to look at it, it's a mirror of my soul, and when I read it, it shows me how wretched and how messed up and how vile that we are inwardly. And what it's going to show, though, it's going to show that we're accountable to God. Therefore, we must depend on God to take care of the situation that we're in. The situation we're in is, man, we're in a heap of trouble. We're going to reap the whirlwind of God's wrath in this position. Well, I don't want to reap the whirlwind of God's wrath, so what did God do about it? Romans 3:21. But now, a righteousness from God, apart from the law, has been made known, to which the law and the prophets testify. Well, the law and the prophets testify and made me conscious of sin, but also in the law and in the prophets is a prophetic message about this righteous life that we can receive apart from the law. Well, what is this? It says in verse 22, this righteousness from God comes through faith in Jesus the Messiah to all who believe. There is no difference. There is no difference. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Stop there for a second. So now, this Old Testament law declares I'm sinful and wretched, but also this Old Testament law declares what Jesus is going to do. And this is what Jesus has done. Because his life and death and resurrection, and my faith in Jesus Christ, and only in Jesus, I am made righteous. I am made right in the eyes of God, perfect, holy, blameless, without blemish, because of what Christ has done. This is important. This is why, in the position of our sin, we deserve God's wrath. But now in my sin, I put my faith in Jesus, and my sinful disobedience is put on Jesus. Therefore, when he was crucified and paid the price, he took my punishment. He took the whirlwind of God's wrath, and now my faith in him, his righteous, holy life is imputed. Meaning this, it's given to me and placed in me. Therefore, when God the Father looks at me, he sees Jesus inside of me because my faith is in Christ, and we have been made righteous. I'm telling you right now, you need to forward this devotion to every person you can, not because Andrew's some good preacher, but because they need to hear the gospel on what God has done. In the position of sin, we're in trouble. We're in grave trouble. But what Christ has done, we can put our faith in Christ and we're made righteous. And we're made righteous now to begin to live righteous and live for Christ. Come on back tomorrow for the rest of Romans chapter 3. Remember, this is living in grace.